like O'Neal and Marco and those guys were out there. How are they coming along?
Yeah, everybody was in training, so now it's the same old thing. So they're in training today. We'll see how they feel after the training today.
Was Valdez there?
Yeah, he went through all the training. Yeah.
And coach of the century in the Pac-12. How's that?
I don't know. Century is a long time. It makes me feel really old. It's a great honor. Obviously, I was really pleased that 9 of the first 11 were UCLA guys, and there's probably a lot of guys that got left out. Ole Mickelson's the all-time leading goal scorer in UCLA history with 81 goals, and he can't make the all Pac-10 team. But he's sort of older, so he's forgotten a little bit more because he finished up in 80. But no arguments. Obviously a lot of good players are listed on that list, and it's just a reflection of we've had a lot of good players at UCLA and came through. So I want to congratulate all those guys who got honored as well.
You have much to choose from in whether CCL turns out to be the Galaxy or Club America?
It is what it is, and we'll play whomever it is. At the end of the day, we'll see. I don't see the Galaxy necessarily sending down a first team, down there to play. So we'll see what kind of result they get. Because they'd have to lose by a lot of goals to put themselves in a position. But they're maybe looking at it too and say, okay, if we lose, this is who we might play, and maybe that's not the team we want to play. So, it's in their hands a little bit, their hands and Tigre's hands a little bit in terms of those two results tonight.
You've touched on it in the past, but Ozzy, over the time that you've had him here, how have you seen him grow, even more off the field than on the field?
Well, everybody gets older, everybody gets more mature, for sure. You grow in terms of families and responsibilities and things like that. So, you become better at knowing, hey, I need to do this to take care of my body, and so you become a lot more professional. When you're a younger guy, it's like, okay, well, I didn't do this, but I can still go out there and run and play. So as you get older, you realize, okay, there's certain routines I got to stick to, certain things I've got to do, and he's, like all players, has matured in that regard. And on the field, passing wise, I think he's more adept at choosing his options at this point. And I think even though Ozzy will get the occasional yellow card, he's not and the kind of guy that you worry that he's going to get himself red carded, where maybe as a young player he was very aggressive and sometimes he was close to that edge, but I don't think that's the case anymore.
And how has having a family maybe affected his just maturity level and everything else?
Well, it changes. Everything. Once you're married and you have a kid, you'll understand that. You won't have to ask that question. It just changes everything: responsibilities, roles, sleep patterns. What you got to do when you get home. Is there going to be dinner on the table, or are you going to have to go out and get something? It changes all those things. But and it's certainly also from a standpoint of responsibility. You're not just responsible for yourself. You're responsible for a group of people that rely on you to do your job well and continue to provide for them.
With the regular season ending this weekend, when you kind of bookend it, how would you sum up and describe these last, 8 months or whatever it is?
It's been Colossus, is that the name of a big roller coaster? It's been a big roller coaster ride. Certainly we did well. We churned away and we brought ourselves to the top of the hill, and then in the summer we went downhill fast, and now we're coming up to that second climb, and we're churning, putting ourselves at the top of the hill again, and now it's a matter of, once we get to the top of the hill, staying there again.
With it coming down to the last game of the regular season, does that add anything more to your team, or to you guys, is it just another game and it's only the fans that get excited about that element?
No, the team should be excited about it because we want to be in the playoffs and we want to keep that string going. We already saw a team, that had their streak broken in RSL, but they're not gonna come in here and not play well. They're gonna come in and they're gonna prove some things because they know, coaches is looking at who's he gonna keep, who's he not gonna keep, so they're gonna be motivated. But for us, it's also got to be the motivation. And again, I don't think we had our best game in Houston. It's also about playing good soccer.
How do you rebound from Houston, and what is the focus this week?
The focus is just to play well. to play well, to move the ball a little bit quicker, to be a little more aggressive defensively, be more aggressive offensively as well. I think that's an important part. Transition's important as well, but those are all coaches speak, and what does that mean? I think the guys know what it means, and I was very happy with today's practice. I thought the movement of the ball was quick and sharp. It was right from the beginning of practice to the end, so it was really good.
Any message for the fans about their support on Sunday, what you hope to see from them?
I mean, they've been there from the beginning. They're there with us in good times, and they're there with us when we struggle. And I always appreciate their support, and I know every player on our team appreciates their support. And they are a big motivating factor for us. I don't ever want them to think they're not a motivating factor, because they are. Yeah, we play. Everybody plays for their own pride, and everybody plays for their own families, but they also play for the fans.